Take a look at this. It's another example of the lunatic left reverting back to good old-fashioned segregation and discrimination. We now apparently have racially segregated classrooms at an elementary school in Atlanta, brought to you by this woman, Sharyn Briscoe, the principal of Mary Lin Elementary Schools. She's being accused by a parent of segregating students by race. In this video, we're going to take a look at what's going on in this school, how one parent in particular is fighting back, and how the new woke left is actively attempting to revive a segregationist past as more and more patriot parents rising up and fighting back like never before. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Stevie with you. Great to be with you as always. I am your daily fake news antidote, as each and every day I provide patriotic analysis to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. A quick note, I am so excited to announce our brand new Conservative Patriot Live virtual event on September 3rd and 4th, where I and several special guests would teach you to help build a society completely free from all things woke and to experience once again the nation that we know and love. Make sure to click on that link below right now to get your tickets to this awesome and unique event. And to make it even sweeter, you ready for this? Tickets are 90% off until tonight, midnight, Wednesday night, 90% off, so don't wait. Click on that link below and register for our new Conservative Patriot Live event on September 3rd and 4th and get ready to help build a society free from all things woke. You're going to absolutely love it. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. It's being widely reported, even in international media, that an Atlanta-based elementary school principal has actually segregated classes according to the race of the students. Check it out.
We've lost sleep trying to figure out, like, why would a person do this?
Kyla Posey says she was stunned when she learned about classes segregated by race at Mary Lin Elementary last year. A practice she says was put in place and condoned by Principal Sharyn Briscoe. First,
It was just disbelief that I was having this conversation in 2020 with a person that looks just like me, a black woman. It's segregating classrooms. You cannot segregate classrooms. You can't do it.
Now, are you noticing something here? Think about what this mom is saying, how she's reacting, and compare it to, say, the parents that are showing up at the school board meetings to take on CRT, on critical race theory. Do you notice how there's this constant theme of absolute unbelief among these parents? They literally cannot believe that this type of insanity is happening in our schools. It's like they just woke up one morning and the world changed. The world suddenly went insane.
Have I gone mad?
Parents are literally speechless. Well, some are. I'm glad to see that more and more parents are indeed speaking up against this madness. But as you can see, it's costing them sleep. They're literally stunned that this kind of madness is even happening. And that's what we have to understand. That's what this is. This is madness. What we're seeing unfold before our very eyes is a world reconfiguring around a radical and racist ideology that's being embraced today by the new political left.
Posey says she found out the school was putting black students in two separate classes with two separate teachers. The white kids were placed in 6 classes with 6 different teachers. The parent says she found this out when she let Briscoe know she wanted her child placed in the classroom of a teacher she thought would be a good fit. Posey says the principal said that wouldn't work.
She said that that's not one of the black classes, and I immediately said, what does that mean? I was confused. I asked for more clarification. I was like, we have those in the school? And she proceeded to say that, yes, I have decided that I'm going to place all of the black students in 2 classes.
That's not one of the black classes. No. Your kid can't go to that classroom with that teacher. That's only for white kids. Now, your kid has to go to the classroom with all the black kids. And I'm sure by implication with the black teacher. The policy in the school that I, the all-wise principal that had been woke by critical race theory, the policy in the school that I've instituted is one based on the age-old practice of racial segregation. We here at Mary Lin Elementary are proud practitioners of racially segregated classrooms.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
And that's at least what one parent is asking. What in heaven's name are you talking about here?
The Posies recorded a call with an assistant principal where they complained about the segregated classes. The administrator confirmed it was the principal's decision and seemed to offer an explanation why the classes were set up this way.
We got more black kids too, and then some of them are in a class because of the services that they need.
I wish we had more black kids. That's the explanation. If we had more black kids, we wouldn't need to segregate the classes. I guess that's what she's saying there. Plus, they're offering those kids special services that are specific to black kids. I mean, it's hard to make sense of what this administrator is saying. About 73% of Mary Lin Elementary students are white, 10% are black, and the remaining students are biracial. So the rationale seems to be that were black kids somehow more, well, are they irreparably harmed because they're such a minority? Now, if you're regular to this channel, or if you've been following some of the news trends of late, all of this seems to be a recurring theme among leftist liberal educators. Perhaps the most absurd trend has been designating subjects like math to be racist. Now, if math is racist, okay, we're shot. If 2 + 2 = 4 is some form of white supremacism, we're done. There is no way that we're going to hold together as a nation. But we have to understand that all this actually is interrelated. And this report shows us precisely how.
Kyla Posey has filed this discrimination complaint with the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights. Her attorney, Sharyn Briscoe, says what's going on at Mary Lin is a violation of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 say that you cannot treat one group of people differently based upon race, and that is what is going on at Mary Lin.
Did you see that? You see, you made a big mistake there. You cited the Civil Rights Act. But you see, that was 1964. This is now. This is the era of the new left, the cultural Marxist left. And the key difference here is that back in the 1960s, the call to action was for everyone to be treated equally under the eyes of the law. Equality under the law. That's what we heard from the I Have the Dream speech and the like. We are all to be treated equally under the law. Now, the woke SJW activists of today are radically different in that they are all accusing the law itself as being racist. Whereas the social justice movements of the past look for equality under the law, the social justice movements of today see the law itself as racist. That's what we have to get. And this is the precursor to CRT. The precursor is something called critical legal studies. Okay, critical legal studies is a radical legal theory that argues that all law, all legal codes are means of racial domination. All law codes are social strategies by which one racial group, that is all the power in society, solidifies its power by keeping minority ethnic groups powerless. That's basically the function of law. And so what that means now is that everything that we do in a society, even in teaching math, everything we do is tainted with racism. Everything is simply an extension of a social order where the dominant ethnic group imposes its power on minority ethnic groups. That's the woke SJW movement of the 21st century. And then the end result is that it is reawakening the very racial segregation that we were once united in ending. Now, the good news is that more and more parents are rising up against this nonsense. These patriot parents are our heroes. So I'm very optimistic that we're going to beat back this madness once and for all. But make no mistake, modern leftism is doing its best to institute cultural Marxism in every sphere of life. And in doing so, far from being progressive, it only ends up regressing society back to a segregationist past that we all should stand united against. Now, before you go, you'll definitely want to check out a video I just uploaded. It's on arrest warrants being issued against Texas Democrats. It's going to absolutely make your day. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.